Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Nittani Draws. I'm Nittani, and today I'm coming at you with my very first entry into the CAC Fantasy Art hashtag challenge for this month of March here in 2016. I decided that for this challenge I was going to try to finish up the rest of my color palette challenge, of which I've already done orange and yellow, and so today I'm going to do green. I sketched everything in with a green color erase paint Prismacolor pencil, and that sort of gave me some ideas of where I wanted the piece to go and what color scheme I wanted to stick with. I did have some serious trouble with the hands on this piece. I used a live model to come up with the pose, and I couldn't really see the hands very well. So I kept looking at my own hands, trying to make it work, and staring in a mirror, and it was just a huge pain. Yeah, it was not an easy little endeavor. This piece took a lot longer than most of the other pieces that I've done for this channel, and that's because I wanted to have fun with it instead of doing it quickly for the channel sort of thing. Which means that there's a lot more detail in this piece and in the next piece as well that I don't normally put into my pieces for the YouTube channel because they take about 6 to 7 hours to complete instead of 3 or 4 hours to complete. But I want to get back into having more of an illustrative style, and that's something that I kind of escaped from for a long time, and I just feel really comfortable back in this style, back in the illustration world where I'm drawing a story instead of just drawing a pretty girl looking at the camera. And so I spent a lot of time kind of thinking about what this character is doing and who she is and why she's here. And yeah, so I had a lot of fun with it, and I'm using a lot of different things for this. I definitely call this a mixed media piece. And that is because I'm using the color erase pencils for the sketching, I'm using micron pens for most of the inking, but then there's some sections that also have my Pentel Pocket Brush Pen in order to add dimension. You can see it right here. And then when I go into color, I'm using Copic marker, watercolor paint, and colored pencil, and layering all of those together to create one piece that's all within the color family of green. And I was really harnessing the greens that I see in the lakes here in Michigan. A lot of our lakes are very green. We have a lot of like not line, but like mossy areas. It's very wet here. We're one of the largest areas for, well, we are the largest area for fresh water here in the world, so we're surrounded by lakes on all sides, and there's rivers everywhere. You can't really drive anywhere without running into a river, and it's a really fun place to grow up, and it has some really interesting natural occurring things. And so I wanted to think about what kind of mermaid would live here in Michigan instead of in the ocean like what I would normally draw. And so that's reflective in the background, especially when we get there. And the background is one of my favorite backgrounds that I've ever done. I was thinking about this shipwreck sort of thing. It was an aquarium that I saw at the Toledo Museum of Art, and then there was something similar to it but way bigger and way cooler at the museum in Washington, D.C. Not the museum, I'm sorry, the aquarium in Washington, D.C. that my husband went on this little trip with me, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago, and I took tons of pictures while I was there because I love to do these underwater scenes. And so that's what I was harnessing for that. Now, my gold pen exploded everywhere, so I ended up having to use a paintbrush in order to put the rest of the gold ink down, which destroyed my paintbrush, which is sad. And then it also exploded all over the paper over by her. So right in the middle where you see the belt going into the fishtail, there's this big splotch of gold, and it makes me so sad because everything about this piece is so freaking adorable and perfect, and then there's this anyway. So here we are starting to do this background, and the background was cut short. I completely ran out of room on my SD card because this is the longest piece that I've done for the YouTube channel, and I didn't realize that it was going to be so long. So here is the grand finale. You can see all of the coolness of the background. And yeah, I hope you really, really loved it. Thank you so much for stopping in. Make sure to like and subscribe and help support this channel so I can keep doing fun things like this. And I will see you in the very next video. Bye!